I check if your time is probably 1600 on the dot. We'll be going straight away and be talking to Dr. Sibert of Diaspora Insurance. Like I did said to you earlier, Diaspora Insurance is a global company that provides insurance products and services to African nationals in the diaspora. And he's going to tell us more about it. Why is it necessary to have funeral insurance and more? We're going to hear from the horse's own mouth, who is the expert and one of the directors of the company. So without much ado, we'll be going and take the feed and talk to Dr. Sibert. My producer, Big Joe, is on the other side doing a wonderful job. And the in-house producer happens to be Ifo Kojo. I don't know whether he came to work or he came to drink, but he has given me an excuse to have his drink first before we start the production. On that note, let me welcome Dr. Sibert. Good afternoon, Dr. Sibert.
Hi, Darlyn J. How are you doing?
I'm very good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, I missed you last week.
Okay.
Yeah. How is work today?
Busy. It's been a busy day for us.
I'm happy to hear that. So long as
serving our clients,
it means everything is moving smoothly. We thank God for that. All right. So now today we're coming to talk about, as usual, for the sake of those of you who haven't catch up with this program before, today is Insurance Hour with Dr. Sibert of Diaspora Insurance. Diaspora Insurance, like I did said to you earlier, is a global company. When I say a global, you mean what I mean? A global company that provides insurance products and services to African nationals in the diaspora. So, I don't know what you're doing right now. If you can spare a moment, as my producer is serious. Master, what are you watching? As my producer is seriously doing his work, just bear with us for the next half an hour to deliberate on what Diaspora Insurance have got under their seat to offer us, okay? So on that note, we're going to ask Dr. Sibert, who is the expert and also happens to be one of the directors of the Diaspora Insurance, to briefly tell us what Diaspora Insurance is all about. So, Doctor, could you briefly tell us about Diaspora Insurance?
Yes, thank you very much, Darlyn. I just want to say good afternoon to our listeners today. Diaspora Insurance is, like you said, is a global company that provides insurance products that are targeted mainly at African diasporas. And African diasporas are people who come from countries like Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, Zambia, that live and work in markets like UK, USA, Canada, and Australia. We provide personal protection products like life covers, funeral insurance, income protection, but our household or key product that we provide specifically for our diaspora market is called the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. Yep. This is a cash cover that allows diasporans to cover themselves and their families in the diaspora, plus their extended family members back home on the same product. The Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan covers end-of-life expenses like body repatriation, flights, casket, memorial service, and the like. The reason why we've done this product is because it's losing someone in the diaspora is very expensive, especially if you're considering repatriating your body back to Africa. You need, in some instances, you need as much as £20,000 to do that. And most of us don't have enough that kind of money in their account to immediately pay the service providers. So you find most families will end up begging from strangers on platforms like GoFundMe and other platforms. But the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan immediately pays out cash so that families can meet these kind of like expenses if the unfortunate happens. And we are headquartered in the UK, in Birmingham, and we've been operating our business for the past 10 years, and we are authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority. This is a regulator of all insurance companies, banks, and investment firms. So that speaks volumes about our commitment to treating customers fairly and providing a good service to our clients and the customers. We also have operations or an office in South Africa that does exactly like we do here in the UK. And in South Africa, we are authorized and regulated by the Financial Sector Conduct Authority. So that's Diaspora Insurance in short or in brief.
Okay. Thank you very much for well-executed explanation for us. And we, like you heard it all, so I don't need to further explain it to you. So, Dr. Sibert, let me also use this opportunity to ask you, we know now this COVID pandemic is now slowing down. I understand even from tomorrow, they're going to ease travel measures across UK, which is a good news we are all hearing now. It means there's much less impact. But what I want to ask you is, during the pandemic, in the midst of the pandemic, how has the pandemic affected most of your claims?
Yes, like I said before, the products that we cover life covers and funeral insurance products. So you can actually imagine that a pandemic like which has happened over the past 2 years would have a huge impact on our business. But firstly, before I go into detail about how it has affected our business, we just want to extend our condolences to all the people that have lost loved ones due to the COVID-19. It has been a challenging period for everyone globally. I think most of us have witnessed how the pandemic has affected many sectors of the economy, and particularly the life insurance sector. We as Diaspora Insurance, we have experienced an increase in claims over the course of the two years when the pandemic started, or because this pandemic was happening in waves. They would start maybe in the UK, USA, and so forth, and then maybe end up in Australia across a 2-year period. So there's been an increase of claims. You know, Diaspora Insurance is a global company. So you'd have a wave starting off, maybe the first wave started off in the UK. So the claims increased in the UK, and then it moved on to the USA. Claims they increased, Africa, claims they increased at different periods. So this is how there's been an increase in claims, probably close to like 50% increase in claims over the past 2 years. But as a company, you need to know that insurance company is all about paying claims. Though the claims are increased, and it's something that we always anticipate as an insurance company, because by the end of the day, we create value to our clients when you pay out claims. So this is where your relevance is shown as an insurance company, and you've done exceedingly well during this pandemic by paying out claims on time and helped families meet the end of life expenses during this such a difficult and trying times.
Yeah, you're talking about a claim, and you said though you have your headquarters based in the UK and you have a branch in Birmingham and also in Africa, you also have a branch in South Africa. What about Asia and America? Do you by any chance have an office there where even the diasporans in Asia and then also America continents also can claim or something like that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Our UK office has got the capacity to service clients from these other markets which you have mentioned, like USA, Canada, Australia. London is perfectly positioned across the different time zones. So we have teams that are working at different times to cater and look after our clients in the USA, Canada, in Australia, and also in Europe. So we have our call center which can cater for these different markets.
Across all borders.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yes.
So, like you just explained to us, I understand you got a few claims here and there during the pandemic has affected you. Have you, by any chance, increased your premium because of the high volume of claim?
Yeah, I think naturally you think that's how we have
you need to meet up costs.
I think that's how you think that, well, because there's an increase in claims, the natural reaction is to increase premiums. But the answer is that we have not increased our claims because we've not increased our premiums because our claims have increased. When it comes to Diaspora Insurance, we give our clients what you call guaranteed premiums. So once you are on the policy, your premiums are fixed for the rest of the policy. Why we do that is because we, like we said, we are authorized and regulated by Financial Conduct Authority and the Financial Sector Conduct Authority in the markets that we work in. One of the tenets of these regulators is treating customers fairly. So we want to treat our customers fairly. This is why we keep our premiums fixed. So once you're on the policy, no matter whether you get any serious condition or medical condition, that doesn't change your premiums. So you are already on a policy. Your premiums are guaranteed for the rest of your life, really, basically.
Okay.
Whether you grow older, the premiums don't increase. Whether you contract any chronic condition, the premiums just remain fixed.
All right. So also let me ask, even that's the case, is your company not standing a risk of running out of money to pay claims due to the high volume of claims due to the COVID? Don't you stand a risk of losing our money?
Yeah, if you look at it this way, like, okay, claims are coming through, I mean, they're going through the roof, and we are not increasing our premiums. So how come we are not running out of money? That'll be a good analysis and a good conclusion as well. But the fact of the matter is that that's not the situation. Diaspora Insurance is a properly constituted insurance company that spreads its risk across thousands of clients who are economically, demographically, and geographically widely spread. So this is how insurance works. You spread risk across many clients, thousands and thousands of clients who are diverse in terms of their economic exposure, in terms of their demographics. So that way you spread your risk. And also our clients, they come across, we got clients across 5 different continents. Like I said, the waves of the COVID-19 was coming in terms of waves. So that way it helped us to spread the risk because with clients that are spread across the 5 different continents. And also we have experienced actuaries who stress test. So in insurance is what we call stress testing. The capital or the reserves that you have as an insurance company under different scenarios to say if claims increase, will you have enough capital, will you have enough reserves to pay out your claims? So we have got actuaries who are very experienced in that area. So these constantly do that and advise us to increase our reserves or increase our capital when such risks like the COVID-19 come into play. And also, Diaspora Insurance is reinsured by one of the biggest reinsurers in the world. So a reinsurer is a company that insures other insurance companies. So that's kind of like a defense or a backup to insurance companies. So you can see that this structure actually protects the people who take policies with us. One is the capitalization, because we got enough capital reserves and the reinsurance structure that we have, and also the fact that we've got thousands and thousands of clients that we can spread our risk across. But if you look at alternatives that some diasporans may resort to, like various societies or church groups or family funds that they tend to set up to help them meet end of life expenses. These are the structures that have got a higher risk of running out of money in periods like these, when you have a high claims ratio because of the pandemics, people dying, and claims are just coming through the door. So these are these associations that are formed by people where they contribute into a pot to pay out and meet or cover expenses. These are the ones that will run out of money quickly. So what we always encourage people is that it's okay to belong to these groups, but what you can do is to bring those groups or those associations onto the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan product, and so that we can insure you we can be insured by a properly constituted insurance company, so that you don't run out of money. And then you as members of the groups can actually continue to enjoy the membership of the group without worrying of running out of money. Okay. So that's the situation with Diaspora Insurance in terms of whether we're running out of money or not.
Right. All right. So listeners, if you just join us, we've been talking to Dr. Sibert. Somebody may ask, who is Dr. Sibert? Dr. Sibert is an expert insurer and one of the directors of a global company called Diaspora Insurance, which provides insurance products and services. What it takes is they comes on radio every week randomly to share or educate us about funeral insurance. They are very, very expert. So if you're out there and you're looking to insure any of your family members or anybody, even back home as a diasporan, that's what they do, or that's what they are expecting. So don't hesitate to give them a call on 0770 38 304. I repeat, 0770 38 304. Or you can visit their website, diasporainsurance.com/GNradio, or just say diasporainsurance.com and then get a quote from there. Or like you can call them over the phone and then get more clarification. They will get time to explain in detail. Probably you might not be able to catch up some of the few bulletin points on radio, but when you call them one-on-one, they will be able to explain in detail. It's good. Don't sit down and say, oh, if I knew. Had I know is always at last. You're right. Most Africans, we always look up to somebody doing something or dwelling well in something before we also make a move. No, this is the time for you to make a move, for somebody also to make a move. So let's all together make a move, because the end result is very, very, very good. Most of the time, we don't do insurance, and when we are faced with calamity, and that's the time we start begging and try to solicit funds from friends, churches, community centers, and all that. So this is the time you pay in a little. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. Although most of us, by God's grace, we've been able to survive the COVID, but you never know what is in for us tomorrow. So make hay when the sun shines. Right. I've got two more questions before we wrap up. Exactly half four. We're going to end the show. Dr. Sibert, how has the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, DFCP, made a difference to its clients during the pandemic?
Yes. So the pandemic was, like I mentioned, like everybody knows, it's been a very difficult period. But firstly, we just want to express our gratitude to all frontline workers who provided vital services during the heat of the pandemic, especially the heroes of the in the healthcare and social care sectors worldwide. These heroes are sacrificed, and the sacrifice that they provided is unparalleled, and we just want to appreciate their commitment and dedication to their work. But as a company, our product has provided a huge service to our clients. Yeah. As you know, as soon as the pandemic started, the governments worldwide responded by locking their borders. So it means that it meant that no flights were going in or out of many countries, and at the same time, people were dying. Like I mentioned before, sometimes or most times when someone who, from my background, they pass away and they're in the diaspora, they want to be laid rest home. So it meant that they could not, families could not repatriate their loved ones out of Europe or America, wherever they were. So that created a lot of challenges for many families who wanted to repatriate their loved ones, especially those who were on what we call goods and services products or policies, which just provide repatriation. So it meant that these products were no longer working because you can't repatriate anyone. But with the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, because it's a cash cover, it means that clients and families could make a claim, would pay out the cash, and they could actually lay to rest their loved ones in the host country. Could be in UK, America, or wherever they are, because we just provide cash, and then they can actually meet the expenses associated with the local burial. Because diasporans are transnational citizens, so their location and preferences tend to be fluid over time. So you want a cash policy that speaks to their needs and reality. And also during the lockdown, you find out that families were caught up in a lot of unplanned costs associated with prolonged burial delays, and people also had cancelled flights. And also, even if you manage to go out of the country to bury your loved one, when you come back, or when you came back, you were asked to quarantine in a hotel probably for like 14 days. So that means that's a huge expense. But if you are in a Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, which pays cash, means that all those expenses were covered, or those unanticipated or unexpected expenses were covered by the Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan. So you can actually see how this product has made a huge difference to our clients. And not just about the product itself directly to our clients, but also as a company, we have made a huge difference to our market. We are working with the health professionals in the diaspora, supporting their programs. We're working with the Kenyan Nurses and Midwife Association to help to sponsor their programs, to support their members. Last week we were at the memorial service for people who have been affected by the pandemic, and at I think Westminster Memorial Church. This was hosted by the Ghana Christian Council and the Ghana Union, and it's an event that we're proud of to be part of. We supported them and sponsored them. It was quite touching to see, to know that a lot of people lost their loved ones during the pandemic, and we've been part and parcel of the of organizing the memorial and sponsoring the memorial as well. So these are the ways in which we, as a company, have made a difference to our clients and to the target market during the pandemic, and we continue to do the same.
Like you just said, it looks like you've been sponsoring some community events, especially even within the Ghanaian community. I could see, looking at your track record, you are doing very well. Why is it only Ghanaian? It's like your target is on Ghanaians. And is it part of your social responsibility to do that?
Yeah, it's part of our social responsibility. We want to give back to the community, give back to the clients that support us. It's not just Ghanaians. We sponsor events, programs, groups, churches, associations of diasporans, Zimbabwean, Kenyan, South African. I think 2 weeks ago we were supporting an event by South Africans in the diaspora, which was held, I think, in Milton Keynes. And last week we were with the Ghanaians. We were celebrating the 65th independence. In London, and then the following day we were doing the memorial. So it's that's what we do. And then next week, in I think 2 weeks' time, we are working with the Kenyan Nurses Association. They're launching their association, and we are sponsoring that and helping them. So we're making a huge contribution and making a difference in our communities.
Wow. In as much as you are doing business, you are more like a charitable organization, also helping the community, which is very, very nice of the company. On that note, let me ask you this question. Has the pandemic, or during the how does it affect, or let me put it in a simple English way so that people might understand it. How has the pandemic affected Diaspora Insurance business?
Right. The pandemic has affected us in a negative way and positive ways. Okay. So when the government stopped people from working from in the offices, like they did when everyone was supposed to work from home, we as a company were to adopt to working from home quickly. So we trained our people to how to work at home. We provided them with the necessary technology, assets, doing Zoom meetings, Zoom calls, and also to be able to reach out to our clients, to be able to reach to us, because it was very critical, because people were losing their loved ones, claims were coming through, so we needed to support our clients during a difficult period. So we set up the systems that could do that quickly, and also on another front, we like what you just highlighted, that we are a community-based institution. We support events and festivals. So it means that during the lockdowns, there were none of these events were happening. So we were not able to reach out to the communities, do our activations, meeting people and change conferences or any events or festivals. So that meant for the past 2 years we'll not be able to do that. So what we did was to adopt to this new environment. So we had to come up with creative ways of meeting out our clients through online platforms, social media, on Facebook, Zoom conferences, and then that's how we've been doing that. How we've been reaching out to our clients. But now things are beginning to open up. We've now gone back to what we've been doing all along. This is why you're seeing a lot of activity happening now. So we just want to encourage people who have got exciting programs, exciting projects that they're working on, approach us so we can work together, support you and your objectives and your visions. And this is where we're here as a company.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Sibert, for your time today. We've got a few questions, but God willing, next week, probably it could be in the morning slot or maybe late afternoon, same time, we'll come your way. But before I'll finally let you go, some people on a serious note, they did not take the vaccine. And after that, I know quite a few people who refused. They stood on their ground not to take the vaccine. People like this, when they come to you to come and join your insurance company, will you accept them? And if you accept them, would that affect their claim in the future?
Well, that's a very interesting question, because we highlighted how the pandemic has affected us as a company in terms of claims. What we just want to say to our clients and our viewers is that the COVID-19 vaccines work. So we encourage them to take the vaccines. Especially the Black population it's been shown that we got higher risk of contracting the virus, and also not only that, but also we suffer a severe disease, including death. So we just want to encourage people to take the vaccine. Or when it comes to say, where do we segregate people that are vaccinated or not vaccinated? That's not the situation. Our policy still remains the same. We don't ask people about their medical history or whether they've been vaccinated or not. We just do what you call guaranteed acceptance. Whether they're vaccinated or not vaccinated, we still accept you. But the message is, please, let's go get vaccinated. We just want to have a healthy population. Let us look after ourselves. Let us be responsible people, be responsible towards our families by getting vaccinated. Not only just that, but also coming to us and take the insurance products to protect yourselves, protect your families, wherever they are. That's what responsible people do.
Okay. All right, that's what responsible people do. And as a responsible person, I will urge you to contact Diaspora Insurance for the benefit of your family. Don't wait till it's too late. So like I said, Diaspora Insurance is all about a global company that provides insurance services and products. So make sure you contact them. Anything that you don't understand, do contact them. Their hotline number is 0770 3838304. If you don't need it now, you just take the number, keep it, save it. You don't know when you will need them. And alternatively, you can always visit their website, which is www.diasporainsurance.com. All right. So now, if you want a claim or if you want to join, and you just go to their website, when you tap in diasporainsurance.com/GN radio for a code, you have the code cheaper. They'll look after you. Once you add, you slash it by GN radio. So this is the time. That's what time will permit us for today. Hopefully next week, same time or any other time next week, we shall have Diaspora Insurance here to continue with our discussion. On that note, I'll say thank you very much, Dr. Sibert, and I hope to see you next week.
Thank you, Darlyn J. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you.
All right. All right, that's what time will permit us. Thank you very much for giving us the audience to listen to us. My producer happens to be Big Joe, and of course, in-house producer, Efo Kojo Kojo. That's a segment that comes through the draft time for today, Thursday, the 17th of March, 2022. Right now, we're going to continue with the music up until 5 when we go for a quick commercial break at 5. And when we come back, the show will continue up until 6 o'clock before we say au revoir or bring the curtain down for today's show. Until then, stay put. But hey, the good news is GN Radio will be live on DAB very soon. I know most of you got DAB sitting in their houses. Either. But hey, very soon you'll be hearing the music, you'll be hearing the talk show, the league hour, the preaching, the good mixes from the Darlyn himself. All and more will be heard on GN Radio DAB across London very soon. Okay, let's enjoy this one from Mrs. Florence Obinim.
Quality.